What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kevin, KTA. We're gonna look at some college basketball. It's early, but we gotta get into that madness. We gotta get into that madness. All right. All right. So right now we got this Stanford game. We got the Stanford Cardinal and Cal. Um OT game, Pac-12 tourney. Both teams are pretty average. 13 and 17 on the season for Stanford, 13 and 18 on the season for Cal. The class of the Pac-12, this year. Um, well, I'll start with USC. While I think a little bit, USC came in with a lot of promise. Obviously, Bronny James, their top recruit, Isaiah Collier. He was the guy who about maybe 6'4", maybe 6'5", bully, big, strong athlete. He's starting to find his stride. They got Boogie Ellis. Memphis, started out in Memphis, San Diego kid, so he's close to, he's from close to the LA area, Southern Cal kid. Who else? They got DJ Rodman, Dennis Rodman's son. So sister, one of the best soccer players in the nation, in the world right now. Yeah, it's the class of the Pac-12 though, Zona, Arizona, Caleb Love transferred from UNC, playing well. They got a good team, balanced team. We'll look at them maybe a little bit later if I remember. But yeah, they're running the league right now. UCLA has been a little bit up and down, but as we know, this is the last year of the Pac-12, so no more Pac-12 sports. And if people don't know, well, obviously UCLA has the most championships in basketball. That John Wooden era was absolutely nuts. But just generally speaking, if people don't know, Stanford and UCLA have the most titles of all sports, and you wouldn't really think so. The Stanford Cardinal, because of how difficult, competitive it is to get into Stanford academically, but it is the toughest. They do. It's been back and forth between them and UCLA. Soccer side, swimming. So there's a lot of sports to account for. But yeah, UCLA ended up taking it. Stanford ended up taking it, so they advanced. Raynard had 21, 6 or 7 rebounding wise. Gieler had 5 assists, 0 turnovers, great. All right, now let's get into some of these mid-major and sleeper picks. I'm always rooting for Gonzaga, so let's start with the Gonzaga Bulldogs. They actually lost yesterday to St. Mary's. St. Mary's is tough. St. Mary's is real, really, really tough. St. Mary's is really, really tough. I didn't get to see the game, but yeah, Gonzaga just, they got out, they lost. But Gonzaga has a good team. They have Nemhart, the younger Nemhart. His brother is obviously in the NBA. His brother, really good player. Yeah, just come from a basketball family. Those the Canadians. Um, Mahaney, uh, top player for St. Mary's. Um, Gonzaga, Ike, the transfer from Wyoming, big, strong, athletic Watson, veteran. Has been around for a while, and Gonzaga lost Strother from last year's team. Drew Timme, who was a college basketball legend, there for a while. They also had Salas, and Salas is balling out for Wake. So shout out to Salas. He was he was an All American, one of the highest recruits ever in the history of Gonzaga ball. Um, so yeah, I mean Gonzaga. This is not one of the years where they've been, super, they haven't been like a number one ranked team or anything like that, but they've still lost. And a lot of people said it was because they're coming out of the smaller conference, and they always talked about them joining the Pac-12, what we just looked at. But the Pac-12 is dissolving. People going to the Big 12, Big 10. So it just is what it is. But shout out to St. Mary's. They're always a threat in the tournament. they just they've just been so consistent, just over the years. St. Mary's has just been a really, really, really good team. Um, and St. Mary's is just they've just been good, and they get a lot of these international prospects. Marshallonis, I believe, is the father played in the NBA. Mahaney, as I mentioned before. Let's look up Marshallonis. See if his father was a NBA player. Marshallonis. Marshallonis. I don't even know this. It's my man. St. Mary's. We're gonna learn on the fly right now. Augustus Marshallonis. Personal life. Yep. Son of Hall of Famer. Marshallonis. One of the legends. NBA player, four-time Lithuanian sportsman. FIBA's 50 greatest players, Marshallonis, Arūnas Marshallonis. See, the basketball's in the bloodstream, baby. It's in the bloodstream, baby. So, yeah, shout out to the St. Mary's Gales. Super balanced team. Let's look at these three-point percentages here, because pretty good shooting from the three. Gad is 38%, 38.5. Mahaney's 36. Dukas is 44. Whew, shooting the lights out. Speaking of shooting the lights out, let's skip from mid-major to Kentucky. We're going to look at Kentucky and Reed Spencer. Okay. Reed Spencer. If you want to talk about shooting the lights out, he's potentially the number one pick. Reed Spencer is about 6'2", 6'3". He's been playing out of his mind, playing D at a high level, passing the ball at a high level. I mean, not Reed, Spencer, Reed Shepard. Sorry about that, Reed. Sorry, my man. 12.17 points per game, 4.5 assists, leading the team in assists. But it's just those numbers don't tell the full story. Just look at his shooting splits: 54% from the field, 52% from three. Like one of the most interesting seasons I've ever seen in my life. 84% from the field, right? They have DJ Wagner, came in with a lot of hype, but DJ Wagner's playing unselfish ball as well. He'll probably be a first round pick. Justin Edwards, Philly guy. Reed is the hometown kid. Kentucky native. London. Shout out to Reed. Rob Dillingham, another one shooting the lights out, 48%, 77.8 from the free throw line, 44.5 from three. Gotta get. He's probably gonna be a lottery pick as well. He's balling. He's balling, and he's playing within the system. Only 1.9 turnovers per game. So, and he's coming off the bench. He's accepting his role. 3.8 assists, second on the team in scoring, only in 22.9 minutes per game. So he's not. He's just playing ball. And Antonio Reeves, the leading scorer, the elder statesman, the senior, right? And he's having his opportunity to score and play. And he's a leader, I would say. Like based on what we're seeing, he's a leader for them guys. So Kentucky's always a threat, right? So one of my favorite teams in college basketball out of the Colonial, the CAA, right? They just won it the other day. I think they have a real special chance to upset. Okay. Let's look at these 3-point shooting percentages. They were in the tournament last year, one of the best teams in the nation, right? They got Smith, right? 39.5% 3-point shooter, right? Burnham, 36.9. They got Rogers. Shooting it at 44.4%. Butler at 45. So you see a lot of guys could really shoot the three. And Borovich, like I think he's better than his numbers to show. He's a big man, but he's got that versatility, 6'10" from Croatia. I just like the way this team is built. Obviously he's 6'10", so they got size. Burnham 6'7", shoot the three. Palicelli, 6'9", right? He's shooting the three, so it's a lot of size. They're shooting it. They got size. So it's not like you're going to bully them in the NCAA tournament, right? You're not just going to sit there and be like, oh, yeah, they're a mid-major. We're just going to slap them around. No, you can't do that with these guys. 6'9", 6'10", 6'7", you know what I mean? Like, these ain't little buddies right there. Next, we're going to look at Loyola Chicago. My man Braden Norris, baby. Don't mind all that. Loyola Chicago. Hopefully they still gotta win tomorrow. I don't know if they'll get the automatic bid. Probably not. To be honest, I don't think they'll get the automatic bid. But it'll be nice to see them in there. Braden Norris played on their 2021 team when they made it to the Sweet 16. We all remember Sister Jean, right? Watson, Alston, they shoot it as well. 43, 40% for Watson, 43 for Norris, as we said, and Dawson 36.9, 43 for Edwards. So like they're shooting that thing. They're shooting that rock, but they gotta win tomorrow against St. Bonnie's. I think that might be like the second round of the tournament. So they still got a little bit of work to do. But who doesn't have work to do is Drake. So let's look at Drake. DeVries, their best player, son of the coach, 22 points a game. Believe he was Conference Player of the Year this year. Conference Player of the Year last year. They got the Brody leading them in rebounding. Just a good team. Enright came in with a lot of hype. He's like an in-state kid, and Enright, you see, only 1.3 turnovers a game. Just like a steady guard. Well, he's from Illinois actually, but and Drake's in Iowa, but he's a kid who came in with some good hype. He was a freshman last year, sophomore this year. a guy that they expected a lot out of, and he's going to be a good player for them. So Drake is really good. They beat Indiana State. Indiana State was really good this year. The conference as a whole was really good this year. I think Indiana State is also going to make it. Yeah, I think Indiana State is also going to make it. Indiana State was ranked, and this was the best team since Larry Legend. Larry Legend played for Indiana State. The I'm not gonna say the word what they called him, but they called him. I'll just say the guy from nah, but I actually kind of forget the last part, but Larry's an Indiana guy, and yeah, one of the Indiana legends. Played for the Boston Celtics, obviously. Great player, great player, one of the greatest players of all time. Um, it's gonna be good. I think they got a shot as well. Let's look at Brody. He's probably a 6'9", 6'10", from Brick City, where I'm originally from in New Jersey. Shout out to all my people from the city, Brick City, Newark, New Jersey. You already know. Let's see. Let's look up FAU. They gotta win it, but they're in a difficult conference. The AAC, difficult conference. I think they get in at large no matter what. Golden was there last year, just big, strong. Davis. All right, we know what they did last year. Final Four, just put everybody on notice. Elijah Martin, super athlete. I think he's got a shot at the next level. He's a little undersized, but he's just a basketball player. 210, sturdy. Probably just gonna check them out a little bit more even after we get off this live stream. But let's try to do as many live streams for the for March. So check out the video. Hope you enjoyed, and let's let me know which team you're rooting for. I'm always rooting for Gonzaga. I went to West Virginia. They're not getting it this year. I'm from Jersey, so New Jersey. So I'm always like a Rutgers guy. I don't know if Rutgers gets in this year, but they've been good. But Rutgers is going to be sweet next year. Really good class coming in next year. Arias Bailey. I did a video on him. Check out the video of Bailey. Dylan Harper from Don Bosco, Ron Harper's other son. Obviously, Ron Harper Jr. Played at Rutgers. I believe he was on a two-way contract in the NBA. So check out Dylan Harper. Got a lot of James Harden, big body, lefty, just plays at his own pace. Check him out. I didn't get to do any film on him this year, unfortunately. Had some financial setbacks career-wise, so I wasn't able to go check him out. But definitely get excited for some college hoops. Let's go. Let's check out another score here. See who else is running tonight before we hang up. The Jayhawks, man, way too many injuries. Yeah, Rutgers lost in the first round. I think Villanova lost. Oh, Villanova barely squeaked it. See if anybody punched the ticket. Any mid majors. North Carolina Central. Shout out to North Carolina Central. See if anybody. Oh, Colgate punched the ticket. This Colgate's, I believe, maybe fourth in a row. NCAA tourney. So shout out to the Colgate, man. Shout out to Colgate, them guys in New York. I used to work. One of my old players, guy named Lazar Bogdanovich. Lazar Bogdanovich played at a prep school in Georgia. He ended up playing for Colgate. So the coach is, I believe he's now at IPFW. Let's check out IPFW before we log off here. IPFW basketball. Let's see if he's still the coach. That was a coach who recruited him. He was at Stetson before, and Stetson is in the tournament. John Kaufman, that's him. He was an assistant. Shout out to the homie, to the dude John Kaufman, man. Oh, shout out to Utah State's coach. Let's look at Utah State real fast. Yeah, John Kaufman. Kaufman. Let's see. John Conchar. Yep. He coached Conchar. Yep. Conchar. Shout out to Conchar. Making it to the NBA. Alright, this was when he was at Colgate. Right? And this was when he was at Stetson, so. Shout out to him. Let's look at Utah State. They are poised to do some things. Let's look at their coach. Danny Sprinkle. My man Danny Sprinkle. He was at Montana State for a long time. I'm sure I don't know if he had responded to any of my emails in the past, but definitely a guy that I remember over the years. A Montana dude right there, Montana State. So shout out to Danny Sprinkle and these guys at Utah State right here. Utah State is this is definitely a threat in the tourney. Definitely a threat. Number 18 in the nation. Azabor. Liam Martinez. Yes. All right, from the Mountain West, them, San Diego State. Ooh, San Diego State, another championship team. It's a new era. So, all right, signing off. Thanks, everybody.